Hello to all of you talented people and welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is going to be on this gorgeous puff sleeve jumpsuit that is easily altered to fit your body. As always, the link to the pattern is in the description below, and make sure to follow me here and on other social media platforms to get more updates. As always, we start out by printing the pattern. The pages are numbered for easy assembly, and make sure to look at the sewing instructions document that comes with the pattern. Here is how everything should look like once it's assembled. I know it looks a little bit overwhelming, but once it's done, it's a fairly quick process. Many of you might have been dabbling with projector files. I've yet to venture in that field, but I will keep you all updated. Once it's all assembled, go ahead and cut out the size of your choice. I'm going to be cutting an extra small, and since I'm making this for a client who's rather skinnier than an extra small, I will go ahead and alter the pattern as well. I won't be altering the pattern in this video, but the sewing instructions document will have all those details. Once again, before cutting the fabric, make sure you measure yourself and alter the pattern accordingly. You can use the sewing instructions document as a reference just in case you don't know how to alter patterns. For this project, I am using a mid-weight 2-way stretch fabric, but you can definitely use a 4-way stretch fabric as well. Make sure to mark those darts with a chalk or a marker. And then stitch them to get this beautiful dart. The pattern has this mark that tells you exactly where the neckline starts, so make sure you mark that point on your fabric. Now place both of the front pieces right sides together and start pinning at the point at the neckline all the way down to the crotch as shown in the video. And now sew. For the back, since I want to have an open back, I went ahead and folded the pattern and marked the point where I want the seam to begin, just like the front. If you are someone who wants to incorporate a zipper, you can easily do so. And then just like the front, start pinning from the marked point all the way down to the crotch. And now sew. And now take the front and back pieces and line them up right sides together. Pin the pieces at the shoulders and sew. For the sleeves, make sure you mark the front and the back so that you don't get confused. Go ahead and make a stay stitch on the sleeve cap, leaving long thread ends so that we can start pulling and rouging the fabric as shown in the video. My trick is to rouge as much as you can and then stretch it out when you're trying to fit the sleeve in place. This process does take a hot minute, so make sure you are doing it patiently and taking your time. Pulling the strings too hard will cause them to break, So just be careful and once again, take your time. Once your sleeve is ruched, start pinning it in place. A trick that I use is to pin both ends of the sleeve first and then start stretching the ruching to fit the sleeve in place. Once both sleeves are in place, it should look something like this. Once the sleeves are in place, everything else is fairly easy. Line up the front and back sides, right sides together, and pin the sides and the crotch together. For the neckline, I measure from the front seam all the way to the back seam and then subtract like 1.5 inches so that when I sew on the elastic, I stretch it and it's taut. I'm using a 1/4 inch elastic, but you can use any as long as you subtract that 1.5 inches that we talked about. And when you're sewing it on, just make sure to pull and stretch it so that it's nice and taut. And there you have it, a beautiful jumpsuit with puff sleeves. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and drop any recommendations for future patterns in the comments below.